Yo, what up, everybody? It's Ryan Sierra, and we're doing a solo final part for PvZ because this Let's Play has lasted for too long, okay? This has lasted for too long. This is a game I played back in like 2009. Fucking god. Every Halloween I try to play it, but I try to finish it before Halloween, but now it's November, so I'm just like, oh, whatever. No, please, don't come. Bella, I don't want you to come. Alright, so obviously I like to put 3 rows of sunflowers because you make a lot of yummy sun that way. Start putting pots down immediately. Oh my god. One of these days I should do a commentary. You know, this would be lovely in meta, I don't know. We should do a commentary on previous Let's Plays of PvZ of how I set this stuff up. Leave a comment down below if you're interested in seeing me play, do a series on Bloons Tower Defense, medium, I guess. That's about right. I don't think I've done a series on Bloons Tower Defense. I played it on my own, all the same, but I've not done proper commentary for it yet. I'm almost level 100, I think, in Bloons Tower Defense out of the sea. I'm like level 99 or something, and of course I mean 6. Apparently a new game came out, by the way, that's a good like farming sim empire build 'em up game called Pumpkin Days, and it looks pretty cute. It looks like it would be heavy on my computer. I'd have to really make the graphics low because, you know, it's so funny. I'm at a point in my life again where like all my technology is falling apart around me. My computer can only hold up like so many like windows now in Google Chrome before the RAM just shits itself, and my phone's now been slowing down recently. I've had a few instances where my phone will just straight up freeze in the middle of like switching between apps, and like the screen will no longer work at all, and I'll have to just long press it and restart it. It's just spooky. What I always do, of course, is I always every like few years I do just drop like 200 some, like 212 or 40 or something on like a phone from like Best Buy, because I think that's like kind of one of the easiest things to do. I know people are really into those iPhones. I don't know how they do it though. But recently it's funny enough because iPhone has been like just, you hear what Apple's been doing. They've been like hitting the can because apparently they've been saying that there's like a new. Well, they just keep dismembering like their product, right? Like I think forever ago it was like, you know, you have to there's no headphone port, headphones are wireless, and now there's like there's no charger port, like charging's wireless. And you know, while in one sense you think, oh, that's a way to, I know the squash got wasted there. While in one sense you think, oh, that's a way to make things wireless and how cool and make yourself more distinctive from Android. In another sense, that also means that there's more bells and whistles that are separated and people have to buy. So it is absolutely just this terrible like price gouging issue. You know, I've never been an Apple boy myself. I was never a rich white military brat, so you know, family never necessarily had like the money. You know, we'll see. Let's see. What's a good thing to say about PvZ? I played this game, and when I played this game, I distinctly remember. I mean, the best part is getting through the main story. Actually, like once you beat the game, the main story is really where it's, or the after story is really where it's at. You know, that good old juicy afterbirth, because like what happens is you get to have a Zen garden, you get to play mini games, and you get to play the like bowling and survival mode, pretty much just like whenever you want. So really the joy in this game is like really beating it and unlocking the post game like after. The novelty of the main story is a bit hard to pin down because basically it's just this, right? Like a lot of it is like shock value first time around because it's all about the ways in which the zombies escalate, you know? It's like, oh, they're on the roof, oh, they're in your backyard. It's nuts. And it's like and it's always kind of funny because like I think like in like the first coin. I think in the first part, when you beat, like, gets into the first boss or something, you get, like, a note from the zombies that's all, like, terribly written, and it says, you know, this is your mom, come home for dinner or something, and it's like, oh, haha, obviously not my mom. Now, what's intriguing about this, though, is the zombies end up sending quite a bit of notes, but realistically, if you look at these guys, they do seem pretty dumb, and they don't seem like they're going to be very literate. So I think Dr. Zomboss is writing those notes, and he's just that bad of a writer himself. Just like me, bro. We got that in common. So I remember, I think around the time, shortly after I think this game came out, there was like some sort of weird AAA game called like Heavy Rain, which was about like you make a bunch of choices, but they always go wrong anyway. I don't know, I remember that getting like popular like not too long after Plants vs. Zombies. And it was basically, Heavy Rain was basically a predecessor to like Life is Strange, where it's like QTE decision-making kind of game, where it's so full of drama and high conflict characters. Very interesting stuff. I like watching commentaries recently. I've been watching a number of commentaries on Halloween movies. I'll just do that now. Like, I'll just, like, watch a horror movie and then listen to, like, people, like, commentating in the background. And it's some interesting ambiance, because you don't technically... It's weird, because it's a great way to chase a horror movie, because you're watching the horror movie, and you are seeing all the gore and bits and stuff, but you have these, like, voices that are, like, saying, like, hey, look, we're also here, it's cool, we're watching a movie, friend. As opposed to being too stuck up in the world and being all like, oh my god, it's so real. Not to say that that's bad. Like, obviously, a good movie in general is about, you know, loosening that suspension of disbelief. Let's see. I haven't seen horror movies in a while. Actually, funnily enough, so I went to a Halloween party for Halloween about, I guess, 10 days ago by this point? Feels like forever ago. But the whole thing about it was that there was, let's see, there was basically, they were playing all these new horror movies, or at least like fairly recent stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you when I say that I have not really kept up with a lot of modern horror per se. I watch a YouTuber called Foundflix, and so that's how I kind of keep up with my horror. But a lot of the stuff I'm really intimately familiar with is like American Psycho, The Shining, Halloween, you know, Freddy, Jason stuff, like Friday the 13th and Dream Warriors or whatever, Chucky. You know, like stuff that's from like, you know, the late 1900s. And not like, you know, stuff particularly like too modern. Especially a lot of the more social commentary ones, or just the more interesting thriller ones, like The Shining. Hey, I think this is the part where we unlock the Zen Garden, which is a fun foreshadowing for what's to come when you beat the game. Leave a comment down below. What is your favorite horror movie? What is your favorite horror movie? Okay. Oh, I have to keep doing this until they want the fertilizer packet. Apparently I learned recently babies can't drink water or something weird. Like, they just only need strictly milk. You know, it's funny when you think about it like that, because when you think about it like that, of course, like, you think about it prohibitively, and you're like, oh, that's very weak and limiting, but then it's like, well, think about it, though. Easy going for them. All they quite literally need is milk, you know? Let's see. When you think about things prohibitively instead of, like, in terms of the convenience of the need, then it's, of course it sounds bad. Let's see, what do we got here? So, I think this is the bungee jumping? I don't know, though. Oh, no, it's normal, I guess. Or is it? I mean, it is a special level, because Crazy Dave came up at the beginning, but, like, yeah. I have to say, the music in PvZ is something that I think is a tad underrated, because I mean, and right now I think if you go on TikTok, there's like all these clips still of like people using like PVZ memes in their or PVZ music in their memes, and it feels good. It's like, hey, it's a nice. It feels like a nice callback to like the good old days when this game was like up and coming. But you know what? You know it's funny because what music I've been craving really recently is Minecraft music. So I like to go to bed every night with a 10-hour mix of like some video game music of some kind. And recently it's been Skyrim, but now I miss Minecraft again because that stuff's really relaxing. Because of course, you know, video game music mixes. Of course, obviously, if you're going to sleep, you don't want to hype yourself up, right? You want to calm down and fall asleep, so you want to listen to ambient, relaxing video game music. And so, I've gotten like Skyrim nighttime 10-hour mix recently, or Oblivion nighttime mix. But now I'm thinking it's time to switch gears. Listen to a 10-hour PVZ, Plants vs Zombies mix. You know, penis versus zebra. Number 6, breastfeeding. Number 12, cock. Leave a comment down below if you're on TikTok. I make these weird TikToks, and it's so interesting because my goal with making the weird TikToks is that they should be surreal, and they should be absurdist and experimental, not outright like too like low IQ and stupid. But what happens is I think recently I've been losing my creative mojo with making TikToks to a degree because I'm like, I actually don't know what I'm making other than like something that's just preposterously stupid. So, no, I mean, I'm on that weird side of TikTok, which is, I think, every side of TikTok, unless you're specifically on something like borderline illegal. I don't know. It's so funny, because my TikTok has gotten, like, political recently, and it's so funny because, like, you know, I spend a lot of time with myself, and I will watch, like, I'll fall down rabbit holes, right, on, like, anywhere on the internet, but especially TikTok. And so my TikTok is, like, so political. And it's funny because it's... Ooh, this is the thing. My TikTok is very different from day and night. And it's really weird. And my TikTok, I think, is funnier at nighttime. Because, like, during the daytime, my FIP, my For You page, is definitely, like, it's, like, really political. Like, it's all these, like, white girls being all like, hey, look, progressive ideals, and hating non-progressive ideals. And I'm like, I hear you, man. Go, fight the power, I guess. But then, like, nighttime, it's a different beast. Why is it a different beast? It is someone else's world, man. Throat's getting dry here. Let me remedy that. Like, during the day, it'll be all, like, ill conservatives, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm saying. And then at nighttime, it'll be, like, this scariest stuff. Oh my god. Anyone seen those ghost memes now? There's this ghost meme on TikTok where it's this Call of Duty character called Ghost, who's some kind of done-up, like, skeleton soldier. And he's in this car staring at, another passenger, and it's always some like dumb meme. It's so good. Like, it's like me staring at the person that cut me off on the road. Good stuff. Your throat ever gets so dry it feels like nails? Love that. Might be actual nails. This kind of music. Okay, this specific song right here that we're listening to straight up sounds like it should be in Scary Godmother. No? Ugh. Leave a comment down below if you want me to make a video essay on Scary Godmother in the middle of November. That's good stuff. I love this piano interlude right here where it's just the piano right now. It's like a cool little like musical break, and then it rises into the percussion, slowly coming back in full force. I would love for Porter Robinson to make a cover of Plants vs. Zombies music. Speaking of, you know who hasn't made music in a while? Hello. Mamma me! That is nuts. I have not made music in a little bit. Oh no, they don't like it when I say So, I think the last song I made was like a faux classic rock song, and then some like attempts at like bad Halloween music. And I know I'm known for like making drum and bass, and you know, I don't mind sticking to my strengths, but I thought, hey, you know, branch out a little bit, right? But Take another swig, another good swig of that cherry cola. Oh, nice. Man, I should leave a comment down below. What TikToks should I make? And should I get back into Instagram? What? Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have the heal thing yet. You can get this like potato or whatever, where if you put a pumpkin over a damaged pumpkin, it like heals it. Or it's not a potato. It's like a walnut repair. My goodness, can't wait to get back to normal. Just kidding. Honestly, rooftop in the main game in the story mode, when you're going through it the first time around, it's difficult. You know what store I think is surprisingly like a really nice store is Staples. I don't know about Office Space. Staples though, that's the plan. That store is basically like a poor man's IKEA because they still have like little bedroom-esque things set up to be all like, ooh, look, I'm in a room of some kind. Divert zombies into other lanes. Yes, because that always goes well. Let's see. Alright, we'll do this. Oh, we do have that guy. That is spooky. I'm fine, though. I'm built different. It's okay. We're almost done. We're more than halfway through. And that's gonna be the beauty. I'm getting back into reading manga recently. I'm trying to get into One Piece. People just love the shit out of some One Piece. That like kept like a steady rise after like Bleach and Naruto were on like the decline. You know, it's so weird with anime. Just kind of by and large, just like since the beginning of time, I feel like the two criticisms levied at animes have always been like it's either too rushed or it's like too slow. And you know, it's like no one told them about a solid tempo. They got to work on their storytelling chops, right? Are you rushing or dragging? Are you rushing or dragging? No one. I don't think anyone knows that movie. Whiplash. Oh, whoops. Wrong lane. I'm dumb. Hopefully the squash can, like, recharge as soon as he comes down to the flower pot. If not, you know, we could just distract him by putting a walnut, I think. Yeah, a literal walnut. Nah, here we are. We're good. I'm gonna get into One Piece, and leave a comment down below if you think Nico Robin is actually the true waifu, because I think Nico Robin is way hotter than Nami, but I don't know. I mean, I do know, but, like, what's the consensus? Because obviously, though, like, dude, it doesn't take a genius to go on Gelboru or Danboru and be all like, oh, that's a lot of Nami stuff going on there. Don't ask me what those websites are. Let's see. Alright. Yeah, this dude has to get hit with a squash or cherry bomb here. Cherry bomb! Alright, whatever, we're good. I'm just gonna make one whole row of, like, the cabbage pult, and then one whole row of the corn pult. Brains, dude, I'm saying. You know, this is the problem with Walking Dead, okay? They thought, oh, guns and politics or whatever. No, you need plants. You need plants that have been brought to life by the power of Jesus Christ, okay? That's what's gonna be working on here. So Yep. There's a nice piano. And bell chimes and Glockenspiel. Ugh. You know, it's so funny because the final few levels just drag on. I mean, they drag. Drag. Just like me and my Skyrim Let's Play right now. No, but I actually got something interesting in the works for the Skyrim Let's Play there, because if anyone knows a thing or two about console commands, and you know anything about a thing or two about going into Solitude and summoning up 20 Elder Dragons, we're gonna have a fun time. Let's see. That'll definitely, I think, put a new spin on Skyrim YouTube for sure. Because I think pretty much you have people just messing around with mods, or trying to make a vanilla experience as vanilla as possible with mods, and it's like, nah, see, forget that. I have a better idea. Less time, less money, and more screams. Just like Mama's Basement. Let's see. Let's get that in there. Oh yeah. Leave a comment down below. Hey, campers! That good old early afternoon throat clear. Hey everybody, what's going on? Thorns here too. And I am versing the plants right now. No, shit. I'm versing the zombies right now. Versing the zombies right now as a plant. And we are here, living it up, eggplant style. Yo, why was there never an eggplant in PvZ? You know, like an eggplant. Right now we're on level 5 out of 7. And if you recall, we actually didn't really see the transition into that level. We just happily saw me completing, or being in the middle of 5-6, but it was a tad bit of a transition. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me play Terraria. I had that game forever, and then, like, I think my fucking world got corrupted or something weird, and I was just like, well, you know what, forget this. And I never played it again. I have this weird thing with my computer, and I don't know what's actually happening, and I'm sure maybe I could go deep into the files or whatever, but sometimes if I'm in the middle of playing a game, what'll happen is I will... If I shut down my computer in the middle of playing a game, like on Minecraft or Terraria or some kind of, like, game that has a bunch of files, that file will get, like, just, like, deleted or corrupted. It's very strange. So... Leave a comment down below if you like buttering your zombies. Yo, last night I'd be having some sweet-ass potatoes. Sweet potato. You know, I think sweet potato pie is one of those things that really, really needs, like, whipped cream on it. I'm a big proponent, by the way. The older I get, the more I realize that I actually am very strange for not liking, like, really sweet food. Because, like, America loves sweet food, bro. Because people love putting fucking, like, fruit and chocolate together. And I'm like, that is disgusting. Because it's so saccharine. It's so saccharine, or whatever. How you pronounce saccharine. Because, like, to me, like, something that's too, like, saccharine is just so nasty. Like... eating fucking Kit Kat covered in whipped cream and, like, powdered sugar that you find underneath the oven. Anyway. That's what it tastes like to me whenever people are like, you don't like edible arrangements? Because people love edible arrangements, because we have an edible arrangements here in Virginia, and it's just like, I don't want, like, chocolate and vanilla and fruit at the same time. At the same time, Sam I am. Well, thank God we only have a few more levels left. We got 5-8, 5-9, and then the finale 5-10. At which point I will just be trying to hone my Zen Garden, and you can tune in for that. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me get that Zen Garden. Oh my goodness, guys. This part has been recorded over a few days. Right now it is Thursday, and... you know, I think Thursdays are looking to be a bit new and weird for me. I'm entering a brave new world, if you will. But there's just no Aldous Huxley. And, I'm probably going to try to record more on Thursdays. We'll see. Let us see. But if it happens, it happens. And I said it first. Good God Almighty, we have the Gargantuan. Love how it doesn't tell you how long the level is. I'd just be staring. I'd just be peeking. Man, I saw this new trailer for Magic the Gathering Brothers War, and the voice actor for Teferi, I recall, does a character in Skyrim, and I'm like, oh, that's so weird. Like it's so like uncanny. Let's see. Yeah, don't be coming over here. I got that potato mine. So it's so weird to think that like that's the potato and that's the walnut, because you know, I mean, I envision potatoes being like round and brown, and I imagine potatoes not being like a wedge. Like that is potato wedges from U Crops. No one has a U Crops anymore. You know what's weird? Going up to Northern Virginia and seeing like old grocery stores. Like I'm like, what the hell? Like their McDonald's hasn't changed since like 1980, and I'm like, that is wild, dude. Because here I am in the central, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like Central East, excuse me, and I'm thinking like, we must be behind the times because we're further apart, you know, just by a hair from like DC. So like, we must be behind the times, but no, fucking Nova, get your shit together. Why does your McDonald's still look like the fucking place where like Ted Bundy would fucking have a cookout? Like, what's going on? Just kidding. I love Nova though because I was born in Nova. You know what? You know what state I feel like has kind of been lacking recently, and I don't know, like, you know, if anyone else feels this way. What's up with Pennsylvania? I know everyone's making fun of Ohio. You ever see this? People are making fun of Ohio now on TikTok, and the international people, like that are not from America. Okay, so this is the one thing that I'll actually be like a little like not like nationalist, but just like I love making fun of other countries for. Because sometimes I think when we make fun of other countries, we're being a little like, okay, ignorant American. But like this is like for sure like a thing to make fun of other countries for. You don't know fucking the joke behind Ohio, bro? You don't know the joke behind Ohio? Dude, Ohio is basically... So here's the joke for Ohio. Ohio is basically like a whole-ass retirement home disguised as a state. Because old people, like grandparents and great-grandparents, are either from there, move to there. It's like Ohio and Florida are basically like retirement homes. They're whole retirement homes. They're full of old people doing old people shit. And then, they got, every so often, they got a bunch of, like, hot young people, and everyone's like, oh, I want to go there. But it's like, no, it's fine. You don't. Trust me. So my thesis is basically something like this, right? It's like, what happens is, because it's a place for a bunch of old people, and old people are obviously, you might say, a tad old, they get up to some crazy shit. And so, whenever someone on a TikTok video is getting up to some crazy shit, people go, oh man, Ohio moment. Most average person in Ohio. There's also the fact that there's that rap song, and I know some people were waiting for me to say this. There is that rap song where it's like, down in Ohio. And obviously, because everyone loves hip-hop nowadays, no one likes rock anymore, unless you're like in your late 20s, or unless you like screamo music, but also heavily mixed in with hip-hop. I don't get why people don't listen to, like, screamo hip-hop, though. That stuff can be a banger sometimes. Like, whenever they rap in Dance Gavin Dance, like Will Swan or whatever gets in there, and he starts rapping, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This goes so hard. But I kind of also, I grew up a little bit on that, like, rap rock, because, that sort of alternative, like, Limp Bizkit, and... Because alternative rock had a bit of, like, hip-hop elements, because, like, Incubus, especially, with Brandon Boyd, like, that was, like, a band that had a lot of, because they had turntables, or turnstiles, whatever they're called, in a lot of their music that they would just, like, mix in with, the rock, like, I think Pardon Me While I Burst, or, Stellar, definitely the, Wish You Were Here by Incubus, which I know people are gonna think about the Pink Floyd song. But, Pink Floyd is cool. It's so funny. I have nothing against Pink Floyd. I never got into Pink Floyd. It's weird. I liked Rush, and, I never liked mellow rock. I always liked old school, like, progressive rock, like Rush or something. Like, Pink Floyd was too mellow for me. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with mellow rock. Eat that mellow mush. Eat that mellow mushy, boy. Let's see. Can we explode him? Explode! Yes, we can. Now the annoying part's gonna be this kid. All right, keep him distracted. Oh my God! So speaking of, I went to an estate sale the other day, and this is sort of. It was so weird because there was like no place to park, and it was in some kind of rich neighborhood, and I was just like, man, crazy. We end up parking barely behind this like van, obviously. SUVs rule the world, and we're like getting in. So the house, it's terrifying. So basically, if anyone knows the whole like internet memes of if anyone knows the internet meme of the caretaker or whatever, where it's called the room at the end of the world, where it's like surreal music that is supposed to simulate dementia or whatever. There's this whole thing where basically my boys. So it's this music that tries to simulate dementia or whatever. Well, anyway, I'm here in this building in this house for an estate sale, and at first I go in. And everything is very antiquated, because of course it's some old person trying to sell off a lot of shit that they used to own. And like, at first everything kind of seems like retro, like, what would you say? It's like retro, but not like too old, like from like the 80s or 70s, not like, you know, the 40s or 20s or something. So, it's like mid-retro. Actually, yeah, I think retro does mean like the 80s or 70s. So I'm just gonna say that. It was retro, and everything is pretty chill up to a point, and then we end up going into the other half of the house, because there's this other half of the house, and Smalls Noodle can attest to this. We go to this other half of the house, everything suddenly turns into like the 1920s and 40s, and it goes from like retro to vintage in the blink of an eye. And it's actually horrifying, and I can hear in my head the fucking like "Room at the End of the World" caretaker song, because it is so. Apparently, what it was the retro part of the house that was for the estate sale was actually an addition. Originally, the house was made in like the 40s or 20s or something, and we ended up going into this other half. And so the house has two kitchens. It has a retro kitchen with all these like radios and stuff, and like Detrola and whatever else. And then it's got, no! Okay, got him just in time, barely. Okay. And then it had, we go to the other half, the kitchen, there's this weird tiny ass kitchen. It's like fucking carpeted too. So, hello. Oh no, why does the audio sound like that? I'm gonna shit my pants. Stinky. Hold up, wait. Put that there, blow his ass up. Audio better? Okay, audio is better. Hello. Alright, we got a melon pult or whatever. Anyway, so we're in this, like, haunted-ass house, basically. And we're just estate sailing it up. We go to this other half. It's like, it goes from retro to vintage in like the blink of an eye, and it is such culture shock. Like, I know people always talk about, oh, I got culture shock because I went through Europe when I was in the military and I was 21 years old. It's like, that's cool. I was in a haunted house. Like, it's so funny because it was legit fucked. Like, it was fine, but it was so, like, it was a horror movie. Like, it was the perfect setting for a horror movie because it was a kitchen that was carpeted. The walls were, like, this sort of, like, back rooms yellow. Like, I shit you not. Like, everything that you think about when it comes to, like, senile, like, horror, like, it was that. Really tiny kitchen, carpeted flooring, walls were yellow. There was a living room behind it. Like two, like not even. It was like, God, like just the shortest distance, but still enough to still have like some kind of kitchen away from. And there was a living room that was like maybe like 2 feet away from the kitchen, and it was the shortest thing. It was like literally like almost. It was almost like a parlor. Like it wasn't even a living room. Like it wasn't like this big wide open junction where you put like a fucking big screen TV from Best Buy. No, like it was a parlor. Like it was like we're back in the 1930s. I'm like, oh my god, it was so nuts. I have never seen a more like horrifying like setup in my life. Now I'm a tad biased because I am. I'm all about. I really like shotgun style houses, and I like. I'm really big on big kitchens. I went to actually. I toured a house the other day. So it's so funny. So as any other dirty old zillennial, I don't really have any money to get my own fucking house, and I'm like 26. And I was touring, but a bunch of houses in my area recently went up. And so I was like, oh, let me see these, because they would either have open houses or they would have appointments. But the people, and I told them, I was honest. I wasn't trying to fib anybody. I straight up said, hey, look, I have future interest. I'm not looking to buy right now. because I'm a fucking poor millennial, you know? And they were like, okay, that's fine. We'll still show it to you. And I'm like, cool. Go in there. And I saw this house recently that was, oh my god, it was amazing. So, I won't say where it is, but like the style was so up my alley. I go in there, immediately you get like a split foyer like staircase where there's like a staircase on the left side that goes upstairs. And then on the right is just a further tunnel into this gigantic kitchen living room combo. Where basically it was this kitchen that was all just one big kitchen. And it ended up having, it ended up being the thing that would go to the backyard. It ended up having, like, a hallway bathroom. It ended up having, like, this weird, like, cutaway to the side. Like, it was very, like Floridian, like Atlanta, Georgia, something like that. And it was in Virginia. And I'm like, that is amazing. Like, I wanna see something like that. I wanna actually live in something like that, like IRL. But I guess I'll have to make it in Minecraft. I'm surprised there's not more like Minecraft, like realty, like videos on YouTube of people just like building houses and being like, all right, this costs 8 emeralds. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm a big fan of like the big ass, like I want like a big ass like shotgun kitchen where no living room, it's just all kitchen. And so I see this like tiny ass like, you know, dementia house, and I'm like, oh man, this is straight up like the caretaker at the end of the world. I actually whipped up my phone and started playing it, and of course, like, you know, obviously because it was real life and not the internet, no one like got the joke. Not even my girlfriend at the time. Like, she was like, "That's a nice song." Well, at the time, I don't mean to say no. I said that wrong. She's still my girlfriend. I just meant my girlfriend, comma, at the time didn't know the joke. Oh my god. Smalls Noodle, I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh boy, this guy's Bad News Bears. Shut him down. Okay. Yeah, the jukebox. Fuck me. No! The jukebox zombies are very bad. They open up their jukebox and they go, and then it kills all these zombies. After making the Tim Allen noise. They go, like Tim Allen for Home Improvement. Home Improvement. Do. Anyway, yeah, that house was... God damn it! Well, that's not gonna be good, because he's not gonna get distracted for long, because he's gonna look at the jukebox. Okay, good. Get him off our butt. Oh, never mind. Damn, he was dealt with rather quick. Rather fast. Alright. I know Metalhead over here. Hey, Metalhead. Actually, that just fucking means you're into metal music. That does sound like an insult out of context, but that just means you like metal music. I remember for a while, I thought cheesehead was a slur for white people. Like, and as in, like, you know, like it had the same gravitas as, like, slurs for other races. And so I used to think, like, if you call a white person a cheesehead, like, it's like grounds for violence. But, like, turns out it was just a word for people from Wisconsin who like cheese, but who are obviously really, really, really Caucasian. No, my favorite word now for white people is honky, because they don't like that. It's like honky and hick, right? Because that means, like, you know, you're very, like, you know, backwards and easily played by politics that cause you to be disrespectful to those of other races when it's really your boss is the one getting you down. It's like, hey man, get back into Johnny Cash. Man, that reminds me. So forever ago I went, not even forever ago, it was last year. Last Halloween, last October, I went to a mall that was up in Northern Virginia. And I went to it as it opened up. Like, that was really weird to see. Because I saw it not at its, like, full thrust. I saw it, like, kind of lazily waking up and starting the morning and being like, well, what ended up happening was, there was a whole thing where, I'm walking through this, like, not Hobby Lobby store called ... and that, which is like it's a really fun, like, decor store. But it's basically like a Big Lots or an Ollie's, but it's nicer. And what ends up happening is they start playing Drinking Class by Lee Brice. I hate that song. I mean, really. I've never heard of a country song that was more post 9/11 like than that fucking song. Like, you know what I'm talking about? When country stopped being like truly kind of outlaw folk music and started to be like, you know, like a little less Fallout 4 and a little more like, you know, we don't like other races, like that kind of shit. Like, modern stadium country is so fucking just intolerant and just xenophobic, and you see that in that song, you know, and it's like, god damn, you know. I was watching a TikTok the other day too, by the way, of someone who was all like, it was like a Stitch where they were like, yeah, okay, I'll listen to this song. I can tolerate every kind of music, you know, even country. And then they try to listen to a country song for like 2 minutes, or not even, it's like 30 seconds, and they're like, I fucking can't. I can't. They like throw their headphones off. They're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so bad. Although country did have a little bit of a stint there in the 90s with Reba McEntire. That was pretty good. But generally, just like, I remember forever ago I saw a TikTok that was like, this girl was like, I don't like country music, but I do like a lot of the women, like not Mariah Carey, Shania Twain and Reba McEntire and the artist who sang, Carrie Underwood, that's her name. And all the comments were just like, do you ever think that maybe you just like women? You just like and respect women? Maybe. Could be. It's like, yeah, maybe. It's a fair point. Fair point, my friend. But, how the fuck did I even get on this topic? Look, I am riffing so hard right now, you don't even understand. Like, I'm just, like, talking until, like, I finish this shit. So, because I love a good background noise, you know, and I wanna look back on this years later and be like, man, did I do what I set out to do, which was be a background noise. Alright, I'm saying. Sometimes when you riff, you say some dumb shit. And leave a comment down below telling me how I'm wrong about country music these days. Is there a good modern country music that is indicative of like the outlaw folk of like the 60s? 60s and 70s. Alright, yeah, take his ass. No! Anyway, what's the meme where it's like that? Dun 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 dun. Alright, here it is. Here's the Zomboss, Zomboni. Dun 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 dun. So I think earlier in this part I said, isn't Plants vs. Zombies music so like amazing and underrated? This is a good example of that. I mean, you could tell that they like had. I think there's a term for this, by the way, now, where people just flat out say like if they notice that the music to like a video game or a movie or whatever was like really good, they'll just say it has quite the score. This game has quite the score. Like you could tell, and it's a lot like old Pokemon music. You know, actually, totally. You know, well, not completely on sequitur. We are talking about video game music now. Old Pokemon music from the Game Boy era. That shit slapped, dude. Like, especially like Emerald, I think, where whenever you beat a person, I think like the Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby. If you beat someone, didn't it have that weird trumpet noise where it went like? That shit was a score, man. Like, damn, they went so hard. They didn't have to go that hard, but they did. Hashtag Phil Collins, you'll be in my heart, right? That's all the comments. Have you seen that? Look at the comments on the video, You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins. There's like a few of them that say, he didn't have to go this hard for us, but he did. And I'm like, I'm saying, man. I'm a fan of Genesis. I was going through a Genesis phase back in like 2020, 2021. That was, that's don't talk to white guys when they're going through their Genesis phase, by the way. Don't do that. Do us all a favor. Leave us alone. Oh god, is he gonna do the hot? No, he's gonna do the hot! I don't have the fucking thing! Oh no! No, daddy! Damn. Oh, now I have it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, good. Because we don't want it to destroy the rooftop lawnmower, basically. The weird grill thing. What even the fuck is that supposed to be, by the way? Is that a that's a go-kart, I think. It's like a golf cart or something. Yeah. Alright, please don't do the fucking thing again. Where's he gonna do it first before I lay down more plants? Okay. God damn it! Ugh! Alright, well, we'll just lose that row, that's fine. Damn. Yup. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Sadie! Alright. Oh, now we get the ice shroom! Cool! Thanks! Oh my god. And then, of course, this guy, I think... Okay, good. Alright. Alright, now we wait. Now watch him do, like, now watch him do the ice one himself, so then I have to use the jalapenos. Let's see. No? No? Good? Good. Actually good. Because I like using the ice, because then it also freezes him. And obviously this stupid football player. This freaking jockey, dude. Yo, the jocks, am I right? Remember when it was cool to hate jocks? And then, like, the late 2010s came back and they were like, yeah, no, don't actually do that. Don't. Are you jock shaming me right now? Are you jock shaming me right now? Stop, you're jock shaming me! I'm alone in my home and I'm talking like this. It's all good, bro. It's for the vine. I'm doing it for the vine. Irony does not exist in the vacuum. You're right, because I'm doing it for the vine. The vacuum, the antithesis of the vacuum is the vine. Okay, let's see. What are we... Okay, nope, fuck you. There you go. I'm saying, dude. Oh, he's gonna throw the fan. He's gonna throw the fucking fan now. I know how this shit works. He's doing the... Oh, he's doing the... Okay, he still was doing something, but I guess that he does anything when he disappears up into the night sky. Because it is the night. Although, actually, here's the question, by the way. That moon, is it, like, beginning of, like, the evening? Or is it, like, about at the, Is it dusk or dawn right now? You know what I mean? Is it early night or 5 in the morning? Alright, what do we got? Nope! Get out of town. Get out of town. Dr. Zomboss has a big brain, so they must have gotten... Okay, so I have a PVZ theory. Dr. Zomboss has a big brain. He's gonna do the car now. Okay. Okay, so I have a theory. Dr. Zomboss, he has a big brain. Crazy Dave acts like a fucking, like, brainless psychopath, or not even. Here's the thing. Dr. Zomboss probably took Crazy Dave's brain. Crazy Dave probably was once upon a time a really smart person, and that's why he's still smart, but he's crazy because Dr. Zomboss took his brain. And at one point, they were probably, like, colleagues, and Dr. Zomboss and Crazy Dave were scientists. Zomboss was, like, the more, like, prodigal son, and Crazy Dave was the one who got all the accolades, and then Zomboss, like, took the, he took Crazy Dave's brain, bro. I wonder if this was actually, like, a legit theory. Because here's the thing, PvZ is this good old 2009 tower defense game that has little to no lore to it, and it's like, where's the sauce? Where's the sauce? Where's the story? Let's see. What's he gonna do? Ice or... Okay, then... Oh, shit. Fuck me, hold on. Okay! Got it! Immediately, love it. Okay. Oh, is he gonna do the car again, or the, God damn it! Okay. Man. Still drives better than your average Virginian. Virginia drivers will be hostile for no reason. Like, in every other state, at least there's, like, a reason. It's like, oh, New York is a tight, cramped space, and all the taxis are out everywhere, and it's too metropolitan for its own good, and it sucks. And everyone's really happy at nighttime when they're all drunk and hanging out at the Francis Tavern haunted bar up in, like, Times Square. But in Virginia, what the fuck? There's no need. Like, you're just in the middle of, like, a shopping center city, basically, like Central Park or something. And, like, fucking people will just be like, I'm mad. I'm gonna take a risky turn and run a red. It's like, why? Who hurt you? The fuck? Alright, yeah. So what it is this one. Okay, he was already getting fucked, I see. Actually, can we freeze this guy right now? Before he does his attack? Oh boy. Okay, oh, good. Okay, do that, and then freeze him again. Okay. I'm just delaying, or, you know, stretching out, so that way he can get hit more. Because that's what that's also used for, is strategically. But more so for the late game. We're gonna get another car again? No, we get the jumpy zombies. The bungee, that's what they're called. Jumpies. That feels wrong. It feels wrong to me. Jumpy sounds like a bad word. Maybe I'm just in that headspace, I don't know. La 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 la. That's cool. That's gonna be good background noise. 26 years old going la 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 la. Hey, can you watch my Plants vs Zombies video? Oh yeah, sure, man. You know, I'd love to support an up-and-coming YouTuber. They come to this part of the video and I just go la 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 la. It's like fucking awesome. Real great. What a turn on. All right. Explosion! That's from Konosuba, by the way. Let's see. All right, we got him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. I said we got him. Can you? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. All right. All right. That's enough slices. That's enough slices. Just. Oh my God. Just give me my award. Okay. Nice. Silver though, because we get a gold when we beat it again. I believe. Yeah. You must. Well, I want to say for now, we could. No. Well, it is a song. I don't know if YouTube will be all freaked out. Let's see. Water that Zen garden. Frick me. Alright. Let's have some fun. Water. You can relax. You can take a deep breath. Sit back in your house, drink some tea. And not think about this ever again until next year. Until next Halloween 2023 when I play this again! Now leave a comment down below if you want me to do that. If you don't, I just won't ever do it. You'll have to make it to this part of the video. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do I know? More like it. Alright. Yeah, that was a stretch. I wasn't just screaming for comedic effects. I was stretching. You ever stretch and it like tries to take your soul with it and you're like, oh, that's the good shit though. This is me, by the way. I'm a grower because I'm a grower. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, enough!